The truth is, discipline isn't some gift bestowed upon the chosen few. It's a skill you cultivate, a weapon you sharpen through relentless effort. If you think you can coast through life on motivation alone, you're mistaken. Motivation is a spark. It flickers, it fades. Discipline, that's the fire you learn to stoke, even when the world turns cold. You want your brain to crave discipline? Then stop waiting for the perfect moment. Create it. When you wake up exhausted, when you don't feel like pushing forward, when the world tries to drown you in comfort, that's when discipline is born. Your brain isn't hardwired to crave discomfort. It's wired for survival. But survival isn't enough for someone like you. You want more. You want to conquer. So, start with the smallest, simplest discipline. A morning routine, a daily workout, a focused hour of work without distractions. Each time you resist the urge to surrender, each time you push through the pain, you rewire your brain. Those neural pathways that once screamed for comfort start craving the grind, the challenge, the thrill of pushing limits. You teach your brain that satisfaction lies beyond resistance, that fulfillment is found in perseverance, that power is claimed by those who outlast. It's not about punishing yourself. It's about transforming yourself. The world tries to numb you, to keep you pacified with convenience, entertainment, and endless scrolling. You need to disrupt that. Choose hard things. Choose the path that demands more of you. Make sacrifice your ally. Make struggle your companion. Stop fleeing from the discomfort. It is your ally, your teacher. When others falter, when they retreat into comfort, you'll stand unyielding, driven not by fleeting motivation, but by unbreakable discipline. Train your mind to see temptation as the enemy, distraction as the thief of greatness. The moment you realize that discipline is the truest form of freedom, the chains of mediocrity will shatter. You won't just endure the struggle. You'll seek it. You won't just crave discipline. You'll embody it. But understand this. Discipline is not a switch you flip. It's a flame you fuel. It's the series of decisions you make when no one is watching. It's the promise you keep to yourself in the dark, when temptation wraps around your mind like a serpent. Every time you choose discipline over desire, over weakness, over ease, you are sharpening your edge. You're becoming harder to break, harder to sway, harder to stop. It begins with small battles, waking up when your body screams for 5 more minutes, stepping onto the treadmill when your muscles ache from yesterday's grind, opening that book when your mind craves the distraction of mindless entertainment. These are the moments when discipline is forged, not when it's convenient, but when it's a struggle. And when you conquer these moments, you reclaim control. You program your mind to see struggle not as an obstacle, but as an opportunity. The brain seeks patterns. It craves repetition. If you consistently choose the harder path, the brain learns that discomfort is the gateway to growth. It stops fighting you. It begins to accept this challenge as your norm. You create a mind that hungers for progress, not for pleasure. A mind that craves the satisfaction of overcoming, of pushing past the threshold. This is how warriors are made, not in the grand victories, but in the small, unseen battles. You must understand that discipline is the purest form of self-respect. When you master it, you demonstrate to yourself that you are worthy of your own effort, that your goals, your dreams, your ambitions are not just wishes. They are standards you refuse to compromise on. When others make excuses, you make progress. When others seek validation, you seek mastery. The world is softening, sedating itself in convenience and comfort. It takes something deeper to resist that current, to train your mind to seek out the storms that sharpen you. If you don't take control of your mind, the world will. It will lull you into mediocrity, feed you distractions, convince you to settle. Discipline is rebellion against mediocrity. It is the refusal to be ordinary. So, cultivate it, daily, relentlessly. Let each act of discipline reinforce the next, until it is not something you do. It is who you are. Crave the struggle, because it means you are still alive, still fighting, still forging something indomitable within you. Crave the pain, because it means you are growing, evolving, defying the boundaries of your comfort zone. Crave the discipline, because it is the only path to becoming everything you are meant to be. Imagine this. Every time you make a disciplined choice, every time you choose the hard path instead of the easy escape, you are strengthening a warrior inside you, a warrior that is unbreakable, unyielding, untamed. The world around you is constantly testing your resolve, seducing you to retreat into mediocrity. But discipline is the sword you wield against that seduction. Every action rooted in discipline is a battle won against weakness. Every battle won is a step closer to becoming unstoppable. Discipline is not just about resisting temptation. It's about constructing a mind that is impervious to compromise. When you commit to discipline, you don't negotiate with your goals. There is no room for bargaining, no space for excuses. You choose a standard, and you hold it high, no matter the weight. That's where the true strength lies, in carrying that weight when it's heavy, not when it's light. When everything in you screams to give up, but you stand firm. That's discipline. To train your brain to crave discipline, you must challenge yourself deliberately. Create discomforts that force you to adapt. Wake up earlier than necessary. Take cold showers. Push your limits physically and mentally. When you voluntarily face hardship, your mind begins to understand that difficulty is not a threat. It is a choice. You cease to fear the struggle because you seek it. You cease to doubt your strength because you prove it. And discipline, once ingrained, spills into every area of your life. It molds your work ethic, sharpens your focus, strengthens your integrity. It commands you to show up, to push further, to resist retreat. Each day you choose discipline, you sculpt a stronger, sharper, more resilient version of yourself. Each day you choose to fight against the current. You become a force that the world cannot ignore.